Oh, nice delay game. Thank you very much. Anyway, hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to another round of CSS. This time it's the Xbox side. We've had the fun of the other platforms. I couldn't even think of the word then, Zach. But yes, we've had the fun of the other platforms. Now it's time for the best platform of Xbox to get out there round the legendary Spa-Francorchamps. And obviously, as I've just said, joining me in the box is Mr. Zach Clark, along with myself, ESV Bobbert. Zach, how you doing, mate?
Evening, Grandad, mate. I'm doing good, thanks. Just got off the back of a 5-2 loss on Rivals. Not in a good mood, but hopefully this will put me in a better mood.
Well, you decided to do that. Nobody forced you to, and that's what you get for playing a
Well,
centre back as
obviously, yeah.
goalkeeper.
Oh, not my fault. I got sent off the first game. Anyway, we
It's your,
should be readying up right about now.
it is your own doing, but yes, everyone should be readying up. I mean, people do know where the ready up button is. I bloody well hope. But yeah, going into tonight, obviously into what is probably one of the best circuits, both on the game and in real life F1, around the legendary Spa. Obviously, Spa, as we all know, is renowned for its wet weather. It's also renowned for its, amazing overtaking. You look back at the likes of Hakkinen versus Schumacher, the likes of Rosberg and Hamilton coming to blows. Could we have some inter-team battles? Who knows what we're going to expect tonight? And obviously, you just look back to Elite Risk taking out his own teammate, but still picking up a win, and that was for a different race aspect. But anyway, finally about to start loading in. Zach, what are we thinking? Do you think we'd like to see some wet weather? Spice it up a bit?
I won't mind a bit of a drizzle. Can't lie, I think it'll make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, I think voice right. Anyway, if we did get a bit of wet weather,
he's at it again.
If we did get a bit of wet weather, I'm planning it in beauty. Bit of wet weather would be nice, mix food up a bit maybe. Maybe have a surprise podium in the mix, hopefully. But yeah, obviously, it is Justin's. Is it debut for TCM? Don't even know.
I believe it is. I believe you are right.
Justin's debut for TCM. Obviously, Belgium next to Netherlands, so near a home race to him. But yeah, hopefully he can do well for the Tesonator himself, and it is dry. It's
yes,
nice
it looks like it
dry.
is. Yes, looks like it is dry for at least for qualifying. As we'll get the track map up. Why can I all day? I've not been able to speak.
You can't speak.
We will get the track map up. There we go. Because that wasn't difficult to say. But what I was going to do was go through the standings just before everyone starts to venture out on track. So TTM, who have won the last 4 races, have just been on complete dominant form, and they actually extended their lead at the top of the standings to a whopping 103 points to their nearest rivals, which is currently BRT. TF10 had a good round last time out with the second highest scoring team, and actually managed to leapfrog Team Shazoo. So they're now up to third, 13 points behind BRT, with Shazoo a further 7 points behind them. And then you got FRT, who one driver did well, scored a podium, got a 3rd place, and then the second driver not scoring anything. So they had a kind of out of a mixed bag, but obviously they now come up in 4th place, and then we have a big gap. Well, obviously to NVR, who are no longer with us. Ultra has... Did he leave or did he retire?
I think Ultra's a quality ban.
Yeah, I know BXM's got a quality ban. I'm guessing obviously Ultra will have a quality ban as well. But I was a little worried there because I didn't see, and he is the host. So I was kind of just making sure. But yeah, so essentially even FRC aren't in this anymore. They're actually technically in 7th. So then you go back to ATX, who are in 8th place on 36 points. So yeah, there is a bit of a gap to those at the bottom of the field. But yeah, pretty tight between 2nd and 5th, and obviously, a good result here for any one of those teams could easily swap those positions around. In fact, and it is going to be one of the TF10 drivers, and indeed it's going to be Agonized, who is going to be the lead driver to get us underway here. Obviously, recently signed for TF10, left FRT. Don't know what Harv did to him, but obviously Harv must have done something for him to leave. And obviously he is on his debut here to join and racing for TF10, who are going with the Romanian, I believe Agonize is Romanian, so we're going with Team Romania for TF10 tonight, Zach.
Yeah, I didn't mention that earlier in the lobby, getting out the pride of Romania there. But it's a good signing from Kendi, I think, for Agonize. I think it is Agonize's first race for the team, seeing what he can do. But I think it is, yeah, organised, about to start the first lap of the weekend. Take it away, Grandad.
Yes, Grandad indeed will take it away. So here we go, Agonized. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate his lap, and we can get a full lap in here. So here we go, straight away, down the pit straight, in towards the source, Agonized. Missing the apex on the entry and actually slides the car through there. Sometimes that can actually gain you some time, but again, it comes down to how you take it. Now up into the legendary. Excuse me. I am having a coughing fit now as we just gone through Radillon and down the Kemmel Straight. So through Eau Rouge Radillon, down the Kemmel Straight into the Lecombe corner. This you got to take a lot of curves through the Lecombe section, or you're gonna lose quite a lot of time. He takes that very nicely there, does Agonize. Down into the downhill right-hander off camber. I can't actually remember that corner's name. I know this corner has no name, but you can also call it Bruxelles. Or I do have my own name. Some people will actually know that. In towards the flat-out 7th gear as Agonize take it through Pouon. Actually, it looks like he's running quite high downforce here with Agonize, but again, I could be, could be waffling, but I do that anyway. In through the right and left. Now in towards Stablo and curb Paul Ferret. Agonize. It's not been a bad lap so far. 1 minute 12.5 through the first 2 sectors. It's decent. Obviously, everyone should do and will go quicker as the session goes along. Now in through Blanchimont, one of the legendary corners. Even if it is flat out, easy as you like. Avoid the curb on the left and the right hand side. Now into the bus stop chicane. Does he get the car turning? Does he lose the back end? No, he does not. There, so Agonize obviously kind of got a good, good rear stable setup. Coming across the start finish line and into 140.8 to kick us off.
Yeah, solid lap left from Agonize. Them racer 10 thousandths behind now in that Red Bull 14 Chazoo. Then you've got starting that Albon was on his lap. They've got the others left into the pit comes Chudy. Who've you got next? Josh Giddy now. Round the final chicane. You have the 0.8 middle split, and he's gonna go P3 with a 0.9. I think we've also got Samuel coming up next.
Samuel's invalidated, so it'll be Bourbon Boy next in the McLaren. I haven't seen Bourbon Boy for a little while here for ATX, but he goes into 4th place on a 141 flat. So decent attempt there by the ATX driver of just going on board now with a Leighton Riss as he's just gone through the bus stop in towards the cross start finish line, and he goes provisional pole for the time being with a 140.7. Does the Team Shazoo driver. Next up, I believe, is the second McLaren of Simba Roxwan, who goes into P7 behind his teammate. It is then a Mercedes of FRT Sam, and Sam goes into P3, 8 thousandths behind Agonize and 2 thousandths ahead of M Racers. So second, third, and fourth separated by literally 100th, as I believe that was Sasha Andre going into P7.
Trouble now coming on the final chicane for ART. Where can he put his car? P5, right next to his teammate.
Indeed, and a purple final sector as well, supposedly.
Yeah. That is all the first runs done. Sorry for watching me, by the way.
James is invalidated, so that's him back into the pits. Chudy is in the pits. BRT Balzas is actually on a lap, but in fact he has invalidated, so I don't know if he's going to continue to just get a delta. Samuel obviously finished his lap just to get a delta, but obviously he invalidated. Arunkahun is on a lap, but also, he is genuinely on a lap, actually. I don't know if he actually got held up there by the Red Bull going through the bus stop. Arunkahun goes P10.
Yeah, he did a pretty bad middle split, so 13.2. Well, that is the first runs wrapped up. Good luck from Elite Risks, they put Shazoo first, and obviously good luck from his teammates put them fourth. I think ART also having a good first run today. But I just wanted to mention something. If we take a short view back to the past, to ZRS round from Belgium, I'm hoping we don't get a repeat of that infamous Lasher game, if you remember it.
I do remember it, yes. Well, anything could happen. I'll tell you one thing. According to the chat, if Ogwayne is right in saying this, it's a wet race.
Ooh, I trust a win. I trust him.
Do we trust him?
Yes, we do. I do personally. I don't know about you.
Well, we'll see. I mean, obviously, as I've now been told that I'm on my deathbed. I mean, yeah, I've been on my deathbed for a long time. I'm sure we said this a few weeks ago, but it's obviously good to see the amount of people that are in the chat.
Partake, get your ass on Switch and get in the lobby.
That's actually a good point, yeah, Partik. You best get yourself in the lobby, or else we will not restart for you. It is
Juicer said Oggy Woggy Woo Woo is a trusted breach
that's
from
an
Joseph.
interesting. Yeah, as my
Oggy
mate
Woggy Woo Woo.
Lee, why don't you shut the hell up? Don't make me come all the way to the top of Scotland just to knock you out.
Whoa, Adam, mate. We're gonna lose the 20p.
We've
Keep
already
down,
lost
yeah.
Look, the 20p is lost right from the word go. All right.
Yeah, fair enough. It's fine.
You know, doesn't matter what happens, we lose all, you know, all monetizations from this because I always say something or you always say something.
It's
So who
mainly
cares?
me, I can't lie.
Well, I don't know. First time out, it was me.
Got
So
a bit of potty mouth. Oh yeah. We just the go it comes to same.
true.
Anyway, we've got TF10 Judy going around Blanchman now. On its outlap to start the first one.
Jacob, I don't know if he's if I'm quite 3 times his age, but it's not far off.
I'm 14 and you're
31.
29?
31.
Oh shit.
So I'm over 2 times his age, Jacob. About 2 1/4, if you want to be exact.
Oh
but Judy,
dear.
going to go for his second attempt now. Zach, I'll let you take this one.
Thank you very much, Grandad. Now, TF10 Judy starting his lap now for TF10 down into the first corner. Little drift, tap on the pedal, and he gets on it. Good exit, and you can see his teammate agonised, ready to give him that juicy slipstream through Radion and Orange and Radion. My bad. Down now the Camel straight goes the Romanian duo. TF10 Judy. His first corner was good. Hopefully he can get a good first sector. Nice little slipstream here from his teammate Agonize. And he is at a 0.8 in first sector. Don't know if he's up or not. Oh, he's already.
Once again, the Romanian, the third Romanian driver of Judy, as unfortunately invalidated through the Lacombe section, and that is him, unfortunately, done and dusted. I think the only other driver who's on a lap is actually M Racer for Team Shazoo. He is currently going down the Camel Straight, not getting a tow from Elite Risk. Maybe they could be doing it further into the lap, but M Racer not a particularly good first sector, already near enough a 10th down compared to his best as he goes through the Lacombe section. The AlphaTauri and the McLaren straight over to the inside there to get well out of his way as M Racer comes down the hill now. And Mr. LGS will know what this corner name is called, as unfortunately GL Coco has left the session. Hopefully his teammate will get him back in as they both had quali bans. But M Racer now coming down through Pouon. Obviously now has the second AlphaTauri there in front of him, and then Elite Risk his teammate. So potentially Team Shazoo could be doing a different strategy on where to give the slipstream here. It looks like they could be getting it down the back straight and through Blanchimont. And indeed, I think it looks like that's what they're going to be doing, which is a bit unorthodox, as M Racer has found some time in the middle sector. Not quite all of it, but surely now with the slipstream from his teammate Elite Risk, he's got the just watch that speed build up as we go on board with him. And indeed, obviously Elite Risk now dragging his teammate through Blanchimont down in towards the bus stop chicane. Will now stay to the left-hand side so he can get well out of the way. As M Racer now into the bus stop chicane. Oh, he slides it, then misses the apex completely. The rear end was not very happy there as he went under braking, but where does he go? He actually puts himself a quarter of a second improvement and nearly 2 tenths ahead of his teammate of what actually could have been much better, but now he's going to repay the favour to his teammate Elite Risk and give him the tow going through Eau Rouge and Radion down the Camel Straight.
Yeah, good luck for an race there for Team Shazoo. Currently have a 1-2 now, but Elite Risk can maybe put himself up above his teammate as he will get that beautiful, juicy slipstream. Don't know why I'm saying juicy so much. Anyway, we will down the Camel Straight now. Elite Risks. Will he be up on his time? That's a great slipstream from the M Racer. 4 tenths. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing they're doing it just to help each other, so then they're not having to wait too much. As Justin goes across line. Justin goes 15 thousandths behind M Racer, goes P2, and Balzas goes P4 in the Aston Martin. So a good lap time there from BRT Balzas there. Justin now is going to give his teammate Josh Gilly a slipstream. We do have an FRT of FRT Sam coming through the bus stop chicane, just over a 10th up on his previous best. At the moment, that will actually put him up into the second row of the grid, and indeed it does. With a high 0.6, he does go into P3.
Agonised in P6, 4 tenths up on his middle slip. Above in the sector, it says. It's clearly he got a great slipstream, I think, as well, from his teammate, his Romanian comrade. Comrade, I don't know. Judy. Now he's going to go round Blanchimont into the bus stop chicane, slamming that brakes hard in the Alfa Romeo. Nice apex times 2 on the exit, smoothly It's been a good lap from Agonize. Will he go into P1? Yes,
Yes,
he
he
will.
does indeed. Good lap there from Agonize. Elite Risk. 3.5 tenths up on his lap time. Can he demote Agonize? He can. He goes nearly a tenth clear of Agonize. And Elite Risk retakes that provisional pole back as he had previously. We now have the 2 AlphaTauris coming through. It is Drobble, who's nearly 2 tenths up in his personal best. Where can he go? He goes onto the second row ahead of M-Racer. So good lap there by Drobble.
Yeah, good luck there from Drobble, the ART driver. He's done well for ART, it's fair, but I think that is all the second run wrapped up.
It's not
Looking
Josh
like a
Gilly.
battle between-
Josh Gilly is half a second up
Whoops.
on his
Whoopsie,
previous
my bad,
best.
guys.
And yes, whoopsie indeed. At the moment, actually, Josh Gilly could go into the second run himself. He could actually take P3 away from Drobble. Let's see how his bus stop chicane is. Nicely did not have the rear lock in like Agonize did. Very nice and stable there from the TTM line. Where does he go? He does go onto the second row P3 there for Josh Gilly.
Yeah, good luck from Josh Gilly there. And I was thinking about this. My question is, can TF10 make it 5 out of 6 this race? Or will a different team actually get the win? Because I think the other team that won was NVR round 1 with Choco in China. But ever since then, it's just been TCM dominant. So maybe someone like Elite Risk or Agonize or M-Racer and maybe promote them maybe from that top position.
Quite possibly. I mean, it is quite open at the moment as Sasha Andre is over a third of a second up on his time. At the moment, and this he could actually look at a top 6 here. Could Sasha Andre, a bit of a dark horse is Sasha. He can, prove himself worthy and get himself up the grid, and he does go P7, just in behind Justin and ahead of Sam. So a decent lot there from Sasha. But yeah, obviously, arguably, and this is of no disrespect to a lot of these drivers, but to me, TTM have put out a slightly, what's the word I'm trying to think of here? Not not so much weaker. That's a nice.
Not weak, but
it's not their strongest line. It's not their strongest lineup. TF10 have gone with their strongest lineup, I'd arguably say. Like with Chudy out there, but Chudy is still down in P20, not settled that time. He's only realistically got one more attempt.
He's invalidated both his laps from what I've seen, because obviously we were on board with him during his second run and he did invalidate that. So if he wants to get TF10 into double top 5 maybe, he's going to have to really put up a good lap here to, up to the top.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Yeah, I agree with you completely. But I think Chudy's actually he's going a bit off strategy here a little bit. He's gone out early and will most likely get the slipstream, through Eau Rouge, through Radion, through Radion, and then up down the Camel Straight. But he will be the first driver to set their final lap time. So we'll just wait out here for the TF10 driver. At least he actually knows how TF10 is actually spelled.
Yeah, TF10, or TF10, as we had before in that side of the game. I was a TF10 manager, miserably failed. Kenzie took my place with Harry. Did well. But anyway, the Romanian maestro himself, TF10 Chudy, about to start his lap. You've got his teammate coming out of the pits now. Mr. Bobbers, take it away.
Oh, cheers. Thank you. I'll do another one then. Why not? But yeah, see, here comes Chudy now on his final attempt. Hope for his sake, he's going to hope to not bottle this one. So here we go. Into turn 1. Through the sauce, and he misses the apex by about 9 buses. That was that is not how you take turn 1, I'm afraid, Chudy. So it's already been a bad start, but obviously he's going to have to keep going. Hasn't got enough time to go again, and his teammate is going to have to get his skates up to even get his own lap time in. So here comes the slipstream, but Samuel is actually done for the session. That is him finished. There we go. Agonize giving Chudy that bit of a slipstream in towards Lacombe. So 29.8 once again, but that I think is 2 tenths down as to what I think Elite Risk had done through that first sector. In through Lacombe, down the hill we go. Takes as much curb on the left-hand side to try and open up the steering into the right-hander. Takes as much curb again on the exit and then into the entrance of through No Name. And it's going down the hill we go, down in towards Pouon. Can he keep it clean this time? Can he not run it too wide? The answer is that is absolutely perfect there from Chudy. It's been a decent middle sector. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him. He's got a McLaren and one of the Team Shazoo drivers in the way. The McLaren keeps well out of the way, as does the Red Bull. So hopefully no penalties occurring there. As we now go through Savalo, he's got a little bit of a correction there from Chudy. Through curb pole phrase, so 12.4, which I think is a few tenths down on what Elite Risk had done through the first 2 sectors. So it's not been a great lap here from Chudy, but at least it is clean and he can get himself up towards, well, hopefully for his sake, towards the front of the grid, into the bus stop chicane, misses the apex and actually had to really decrease his speed even more than probably what he would have liked. Not the best lap here from Tudy, but he does go P7.
Yeah, solid.
As Emracer goes onto the front row to join his teammate.
Yeah, good job from Mick there, and does agonise, makes the line with 3 seconds to spare. And I think you've got a gaggle of cars in. Look at the McLaren, AlphaTauri, and the other McLaren.
Yeah, that's it. Well, one McLaren's just finished, the other one's just starting, and is now not going to get a tow. As Justin, apparently purple through the middle sector for Team TTM.
0.1 middle.
Yeah,
gee, that's 4 seconds faster
it's
than
not trouble, so it's actually Ched who's just gone through there, so he's now finished.
No.
So Justin is going to be the next of the front runners to finish his lap. Josh Gillies not going to be improving, he's going to be P4 at best. Justin now through the bus stop chicane. Very nice through there, no issues whatsoever from the TTM man. Where can he go on his debut? The answer is he goes pole!
P1.
Provisional pole for Justin.
Provisional pole for Justin. Good luck from here, but you've got elite risks now. Half a tenth up on his time. He flings the car, he really mounts the car there in the middle of P1, I think it is. Yeah, P1. And now he's gonna fling his car through the left or the right. Wait, what? Yeah, right, left chicane. Sorry, I forgot that's right there. Right, left chicane of that sector 2's variation of corners. Now he's gonna get on the power. He has a little struggle, but he is still 16 thousandths up. He's not gonna get a tow down this back straight or straight in inverted commas. He's gonna get a little. No, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Sorry. Anyway, he's gonna come down into
Guys waffling.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, through Bronchemont into the bus stop chicane. Last time we saw it was only 16,000 up. Little drift, I'd say little, big drift there from Elite Risk. Steps on the power on his controller. Now across the line.
He takes it! He retakes it! Where can Agonize go? Does he retake it back? No, he doesn't actually improve. He was 3/10 down. Is it Bourbon that's coming through? No, it's going to be Simbarox 1. Where can Simbarox 1 go? Doesn't improve.
P13.
Yeah, it doesn't improve P13, and that is all she wrote. That is qualifying over and done with, and it's Elite Risk on pole position. He was the fastest in each of the 3 laps, as if you want to call it that way. So you could say deserves to be on pole position here. Justin with a very good final lap to get TTM onto the front row. Emracer making it a Shazoo 1-3, and you've got to think that is probably the best place for them to start in to help them try, get themselves into a 1-2 position.
Yeah, definitely. Really, really good qualifying from Julie there. Getting redemption for their dodgy... Oh, sorry. Getting redemption for their dodgy start of the season. But my surprise is Judy. Peter, yes. I was expecting him to be a lot higher than that.
Yeah, no, so did I. I mean, like I said, yeah, I think he was very tentative on that final run. Just wanted to make sure that he got a lap on the board, but obviously it has cost him because of those first 2 incomplete laps and invalidating. So Judy starts in P10 with his teammate agonized up in P4, but it's Elite Risk on pole here for the Belgium Grand Prix, followed by Justin and Emracer round out the top 3. Obviously, top 3 separated by less than a tenth of a second, fairly close in the end. Obviously, agonized P4. TTM obviously was just in second, and Josh Gailey in 5th, so TTM also looking good. You got Drobble in P6, Sam 7th without a toe, I will point out. Borbin in 8th, Balzos 9th, and Judy around that top 10. Then you got Sasha, Samuel, Simba, Ched, Arunkahun, ATX James, and then Partik, Coco, Ultra, and BXM, all having qualifying bans starting at the rear of the grid.
Yep, BXM hopefully trying to make some positions. He had decent pace last time out in Britain, but obviously got involved in some incidents.
He just liked to touch the rear end of people.
Right,
PG rated or not, he just liked touching diffusers.
Okay, okay, diffusers is fine. Touching the rear end of people, not so fine.
Oh well, there goes the 20p.
There goes. Oh.
So, well, he was right. Ogwin was right.
Thank you, Oggy Woggy.
Did anybody bring a boat? Hey, this isn't even my fault for once. I'm not even hosting this. This is not my fault.
Oh yeah, true. You're not hosting, but
exactly.
It's your
presence. We will now do. It is now powerboat racing. That's what we're gonna say. So, be interesting to see what aero people decide to go for. Obviously, it does look like it is going to be the wet tyres that we're going to see. I don't know if it's going to dry up, but yes, I can confirm everyone is on the wets. We don't know if Inters will come in at some point. We don't know. We don't have a clue. All I
Probably
know
not,
is
mate.
expect carnage, expect safety cars. It's Belgium. It's Spa after all.
AMS spent 26. It's not a sprint weekend. Just drivers quick in it and slipstream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, slipstream is allowed in this. People don't generally do it on their first runs, but the second and third, where there's more time, you'll generally see them do it.
Yep. But also, I think we will be in for a good race. I'm definitely going to be carnage.
Oh yeah, without a doubt,
race.
I expect carnage. If I don't see a safety car, I will be disappointed.
Yeah, definitely.
Because all that means
I'm
people
saying
are
two
driving too
SCs, one
nicely.
VSC.
People would be driving far too nice then if that was the case. But anyway, let's wait and see. Anything can happen. Obviously, drivers know they can ready up whenever they wish. There is no time with this. It's a case of who dares do it first.
Yeah, obviously no rule. Obviously, bit change from ZRS, my tournament. As obviously, I had like a 2-minute rule, but obviously, ready up whatever you want. If you want to be a prick, oh, sorry. If you want to be annoying, ready up early. Do what you want. Don't really matter.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
really
assume
matter.
people are trying to scramble to look through their servers and get the wet setups on.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, obviously people will be changing their setups, up in those front and rear wings. Obviously, they will still need some straight line speed, obviously, for down the Kemmel Straight and then down through the back straight through Blanchimont and into the bus stop chicane. But that middle sector is going to be really key, for those who decide to go for the higher downforce setting, which will probably gain them more time compared to going with the low, obviously, even on the straight aspect. So, but we'll see what people decide to go for. Let's see who has got, I don't even know what the word is. I can't even think of the word.
So I just love it on my J2O. Fucking mint. Anyway, I think it will be a good race. Talk through predictions in the chat, please, guys. Talk through predictions in the chat. I'm saying P1 will be. Oh, that's the thing. P1 will be M-Racer.
I didn't say it this time, Mick. Not my fault.
I have faith in Mick. I have faith. P1 M-Racer. P2. Let me set the grid. P2 Agonized. P3 Justin.
Well,
that's my opinion.
Well, I'm going to be biased. Kenzie obviously being biased, going for a TF10 1-2. That is not happening in the Kenzie, I will make a bet. If that happens and you get a 1-2, I will give you £10.
Okay, right. That's clear. Just gonna put in the chat, guys.
If that genuinely happens, I will give you a tenner. But no, I'm gonna go with an elite risks win here tonight. I think he's got the pace. I'm going to go with a. Oh God. I'm gonna go with an FRT Sam P2, because why not? And a.
That means CSN will sign him now. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe. But as for P3, oh God, I don't know. Who am I gonna have for P3? I can't make my mind up here. I actually can't make my mind up.
Yeah, it's a strong word.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Justin. I'll go with Justin.
Yeah. But I was just about to say, Julie has been really, really good lately.
Harvey with an
interesting. In my personal opinion.
Harvey with an interesting comment in the chat.
Anyway, follow the chat.
Here we go. Yes, out onto the track. The 5 red lights already on. We're waiting a long time to click the button, and away we go here in Spa. Everybody, get your armbands on, because this is going to be carnage. Into last as we go. Justin trying to hold it around the outside of Elite Race. M-Racer trying to follow his teammate through as we go through. That's the wrong thing. I've put the bloody telemetry on, which I'm not meant to. But Elite Race and Justin side by side as we come through up Eau Rouge and Radion. They're going to still side by side. How they've kept it clean up there, I do not know. But that is great driving from the pair of them, and look at them trying to box in there, Justin, but it hasn't worked out there for Shazoo. And Justin, I think, has been on the power, and indeed he has. And Justin takes the lead going through the cup. Agonize going for a send down the inside, and M-Racer. That was a bit late and a bit half-hearted there from the TF10 man, but Justin leads this race from Elite Race and M-Racer. Agonize P4, Josh Gilly stays in P5, Drobble 6th, Sam is 7th. and it's 1-by-1 as we go down the grid. Balzar's having a cheeky look there down the inside of Borba, but Borba's shutting the door on him as it's I'm going to try and get it right this time. AERT Ched trying to look for a move on a run through No Name. Nothing happening. We've had a spinner, which is Partic in the background, but otherwise everybody else has got away cleanly.
Yeah, relatively clean start considering the god-awful conditions we are witnessing right now. Very good move from Justin to get his CCM car into P1. Apart from that, everything stayed the same, apart from Chudy.
Oh, Chudy is dropping down. He's down into 15th place. I don't know. Obviously, not really noticed as to what's happened to Chudy there. I don't know if he's got damage. I mean, he's just re-overtaken Simbarox One, who has also lost a few places. And it's BXM who's had a great start. He's up into P13 already.
If you go into the position changes tab quickly, let's have a look. Okay, where is it? Position changes, there we go. Yeah, Aronga Hunt up.
Oh, Chudy, sorry, Chudy sending it down the inside of James into the bus stop. Got the car stopped in time somehow and actually made a good move in the end. But yeah, sorry, Zach, it was just really deep on the brakes there from Chudy. I thought he wasn't stopping.
Yeah, good move from him. But yeah, as I was saying, BXM up 7, Aronga Hunt up 5. And biggest losers is Chudy down 4 on the start. But he's making his way back up. I don't really know what happened. But as we did see in that move into the dash again, he is making his way back up.
He certainly is, as Bob Boy, getting very close to the back of
Elite
BRT
Risks down the inside of Justin. Sorry to interrupt you. Into the chicane now. Elite Risks down the inside of Justin. He hangs it around the outside. Now he's going to switch it back to the inside. Justin's still keeping his nose in on the outside. They're still going to be side by side. Down into No Name. Elite Risks. Glacier on the brakes. Embracer going down the inside of Justin. This is amazing racing. Can Justin keep his P2? No, he couldn't even keep his P1. But he's going to embrace on the outside.
Oh, and here comes Agonized. Agonized going to try and take advantage of the pair of them. He's on the inside of Embracer already. Now he's on the inside on Justin. Justin hangs it round the outside through P1. That is bravery and a half there from Justin. But Embracer trying and catch Justin napping there. And Justin, I mean, he did kind of push him off track a little bit, but I mean, you know, he's so treacherous these conditions as Chudy now gets his way past BXM for 13. But Agonized taking advantage there and gets that third place. BXM's actually retaken that place from Chudy, and in fact, them two are still squabbling for P13.
Chudy's got it though.
Chudy's got it now, and Simrox One is now going to try and look for the move as Sam and Drubble also going side by side as we go through Blanchimon now. Here we are, Sam on the outside, Drubble on the inside. Oh, I thought a little bit of wheel banging there on the exit of the corner, but Drubble going to try and outbrake the FRT man, but Sam really confident on the brakes, gets the car stopped, parks it on the inside. Drubble can't get the move done. Sam stays in P6 as Ballas gets very close, as does Bourbon Boy. And James already has a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, don't know what happened to James and Partic. They are 6 seconds back and both into the pit lane. Oh, not both, sorry. James into the pit lane. But I think I've just seen in chat that Chudy got dive on turn 1, which made him lose 6 positions. But he is on recovery now. Up to 13. I think he's made, 3 laps? 3 moves in 2 laps. So yeah, I imagine he will be back into the top 10 soon.
Indeed, I thought Embracer was getting very close to the back of Agonized. Pulling out the slipstream, I think they're not wanting to make the move, maybe trying to cool his car down a little bit as Chudy gets another move done now, before the comb this time on Ched. So back into P12 now is Chudy, but he's still got a lot of work to do if he wants to get towards the front of the field. Obviously, no DRS in this with it being a full wet race. Like I said, we don't know what it's going to be like as the race goes on. But there's Ched there outbreaking himself a little bit going in through Bruxelles and now into No Name. But Chudy now already close up to the back of Arunco, so Chudy's definitely got the pace. Obviously, whatever happened on the first lap is we don't know who was involved with, but he's got to try and fight his way through the field and not burn all of his battery. Is he going to try and go for a move here through the chicane? Indeed, he does dive it down the inside as I've just gone the wrong thing and actually scares Arunco pretty much out of the way. Just as if to say, I am coming through. If you want to turn in, you're taking us both out. And the Romanian there goes into P11.
Yeah, he's on our rampages too. He's trying to regain all those positions he can. Next up at him is Sasha Andre too, who had a decent qualifying compared to him. But yeah, now in P10, and I think at the front situation, it's all remaining the same. Agonized, only 10.5 behind Justin now. But yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Good racing.
Elite Race outbroke himself massively into the bus stop chicane, and his leader's just been cut pretty much in half there as we start lap 4. And indeed, yeah, as Agonize did get close to the back of Justin, but obviously you can see there's a bit of a gap now developing between 12th and 13th place as BXM and Simbrooks 1 are fighting it out. But there's now a 2-second gap near enough between American and BXM. So, you know, if they get, obviously, overtaking we now know is going to be fairly difficult. You know, in these wet conditions, you've got to make the moves count and take them as they come. But at the same time, as it's now proving, that gap is just going to open up, and it looks like these, in fact, these three, shared Simbrox 1 and BXM, all could be side by side. Coming down the Kemmel straight, and indeed, Simbrox 1 trying to go around the outside. He's on that battery, trying to get the outside in through the combo. BXM's got the inside line, gets the car stopped, and there's just no way through there for the McLaren man.
Yeah, really, really nice battle now. I say nice, but Bourbon, he's been spun. I don't know if he's been spun, sorry, or he just locked the rears. But Sasha Andrew tries to get through, and they're going to be, yeah.
Agonized and M-Racer swapping places briefly. I think Agonized made a little bit of a mistake, and M-Racer nearly capitalized on it through No Name, and he's all over the back as Drobble already has a 3-second time penalty. The man in P7 for Team AERT, and he's now dropped over a second behind. But M-Racer all over the back of the TF10 man. Agonized trying to put the pressure on to retake that 3rd place.
Yeah, you can see M-Racer really, really trying to pile on the pressure on Agonize, maybe trying to force him into a mistake to get to into a double podium position and to try and maybe even attack Justin soon. But yeah, only 4 laps in, it's still happening in eternity already, but yeah, still more racing to come.
Indeed, as Chudy now, I was just going to bother. Chudy burning the battery, it looks like, and has easily gotten the move done on Bourbon Boy. So Chudy now into the top 9. And he's making his way through the field as Agonized and M-Racer side by side through the bus stop chicane. M-Racer has the inside for the second part, but Agonized will now have the inside line as they go into La Source. That gap between them and Justin opening up as a result. Agonized pulls out in front and maintains that 3rd place for now, but M-Racer clearly getting frustrated. Oh, Zach's dad has rung him. Okay then, fair enough. Obviously being told he's got to quieten down. It's always way past his bedtime. And in answer to your question, Kenzie, I believe it is. I believe you are right in saying that. M-Racer now once again trying to go for the move on Agonize to be on the outside into Lecom. Side by side, here we go again. I've lost count how many times this has happened. M-Racer, has he got the move done? He's gone deep on the brakes. He's got the inside line into the corner through the second part of Lecom. Agonize tried to hang around the outside, nothing doing, and M-Racer finally gets that 3rd place back from the TF10 man. And Josh Gilly and FRT Sam now looking interested on that Alfa Romeo as Agonize clearly seems like he's struggling slightly as Justin picks up a time penalty. That is going to be detrimental to his hopes on a race win here tonight. Tez obviously not going to be happy with that whatsoever. You might want to get on the phone to him, mate, and get him to calm down and keep it clean as BX. The penalties are coming in thick and fast now. Not even 5 laps in, we've got 4 penalties. Thought it was meant to be easier in the rain, not more difficult to not get a penalty.
Sorry, I'm back. My dad on me.
It's alright, don't worry about it. As FRT Sam going through curb and Paul Ferrer, trying to sneak up the inside of Josh Gilly, who made a mistake through Stavilo, and it just hangs on as Agonized and M-Racer once again are locked into battle. Agonized going for the inside through Blanchimon, completely forces Mick off the track. And, I mean, he wasn't going to leave him any space there. I was a bit carnage, as there's a Ferrari of GL Ultra, who I think has gone into the barrier. And I know he's had a mistake. He's just gone and had a sideways moment. But M-Racer there just holding on from Agonize. These two having a right old ding-dong.
Yeah, when James has been there, and it's a VSC.
James has binned it going through campus and before Savilo, and yes, VSC has come out, so that's one of your predictions done with now.
It's for SC now. For SC, you've seen him pit lane. He's a full safety car now.
Is it?
Yeah, he's in the pit lane.
Oh, I can see it. It still says VSC on my screen, but yeah, I can see it now. I can see it. So, yeah, so we have now changed from a VSC to a full safety car. I do wonder if drivers are going to think about pitting and then try and take the tyres to the end. I mean,
yeah,
if
anybody in the chat give us a weather update? Sorry for interrupting you, but yeah.
Yeah,
Does anyone know the weather? What we passed?
obviously Ultra and Samuel, making the right choice and going into the pits. But this isn't going to be good for the likes of Team Shazoo, who have got their drivers, within in close proximity of each other. The same with TF10, with Judy now up into P8, not far off his teammate, and TTM. So we could see some winners and losers from all of this, some people losing and gaining positions, whether or not they decide to pit. But again, we don't know what the weather's going to be like. We don't know. Furious is saying full wet till the end. So there's our answer. So we shouldn't really see the intermediate tyres. It should be full wets all the way through. But again, do you take the pit at this point? Do you gamble on the pit stop and try and take the second set of wet tyres to the end? Jacob's saying it's going to be dry in 2 laps. I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, Jacob, mate. Do you think it's going to be dry in 2 laps? Absolutely not. Anyway, I think if it is going to be wet until the end, I don't think it's time to box shirt. It is a bit too early.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. We don't know. Only the drivers know. Obviously, the engineers will know somewhat. They'll be getting updates, obviously, from the drivers. But as to, oh, there it is. There's the money gun. That's the 20p gun now for definite.
Me?
There was a swear word. There it was.
I spilled water on myself.
Joseph's going to put in a written complaint now.
Mate, Ace is going to have to make a swear jar for me. Oh, yeah. And Elite Race in the pits.
Elite Race in the pits. You have to pit. You have to pit. It's a no-brainer really because of how much quicker you're going to be. Joseph's complaining to Ofcom. Well, there you go then.
Ace, mate, your money was gone.
Elite Race has gone for. Oh, we're seeing intermediates.
Ooh.
M Racer
and all interest.
M Racer's on the wets. Oh, that's not a. He's. Oh no. We've got a massive field split here. Actually, that was me thinking, has he done the wrong thing? But no. It's not a full field split here, but we have some interesting decisions here. So. Ooh. 6 drivers have gone for the intermediates, and then 13 will be on the wets.
Nice little mix-up here.
That is a bit of a mix-up, yeah. Obviously, as of some people being held up in the mid, so M-Racer actually only lost the 1 position in the end, which isn't too bad. Shudi actually lost 2 places from being held up in the pits, and Josh Gilly also lost 2 places. Being held up, obviously, from the double stack. But, yeah, very interesting to see quite more drivers than I maybe thought go for the intermediates. But the fact if Sophia is saying in the chat, it's only going to maybe, dry up for the last couple of laps. Why have we gone for the intermediates? This reminds me of WR Tier 2, but it was the opposite way round. We started with inters, and we then went to wets towards the end of the race, the last 5-6 laps. So some people stayed out to the end, but the wets were so much quicker, and I actually initiated that to happen. And yeah, it was. We seem to have a role reversal here, but to me, it just looks too wet. It doesn't look ready enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at the track surface, doesn't look ready enough for inters, but obviously the drivers and the engineers obviously know more than us as commentators, so. It could be inters in 2 laps maybe for all we know, which have to see what happens.
Well, all we could do is wait and see. Safety car probably won't be in this lap because it's the first lap they've been behind it. So we're going to have to wait another lap to see what people are going to do.
Yeah. What did everyone have for dinner today?
What did everyone have for dinner? I had a nice casserole aspect sort of thing. It was quite nice.
Ooh.
Oh, just because you don't
pasta.
like it.
I had pasta fucking scrams and so nice. That's amazing. It was like chicken and mushroom. It sounds bad, but it just tastes great.
Yeah.
I had pork yesterday as well. Pork potatoes and peas.
Very nice.
Amazing.
Sounds good.
Does sound good, but yeah.
As we go around yet for another lap, as GL's Ultra is going to go into the pits. Now, does he join the intermediate tyre crew, or does he go for another set of wets? Let's see what he does.
Inters.
The answer is
It will
indeed
be.
the intermediate tyre.
Yep. So safety car should be in slabs, providing he can catch up. But if you just like analyse the tyre spreader, it got Elite Risk agonised, Josh Gilly, Bob and Judy and Sasha all on the intermediates. So that's monitor their progress. I think the person going after tomorrow is Elite Risk. I'll see. Can he hold the lead from Justin? Or is it actually time for Inters yet? Because the agonised gone the same strategy as well.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be a good watch. Happens.
Oh, it is going to be. It's So according to our green, 10 to 15 minutes it says till dry, so could go inters, but if that's the case, then if it's 10 to 15 minutes and the pace that they're going, that tells me that inters aren't ready.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, all we could do is wait and see. All we can do is wait and see to see what sort of pace these drivers have. But obviously, you've got Elite Risk on the inters. Justin with a penalty on the wet, so he could take advantage. With the fact as well, he's got another inter tyre runner behind him of Agonised before you then get to the next 3 wet runners of Emre, to Drobble and Sam. So it'll be interesting to see as to what happens.
Yep, safety car should be in end of this lap now. And has your predictions changed? Maybe I'll see. Who did you say? You said Elite Risk.
I did say Elite Risk for the win. Yes, I said Elite Risk, then Sam, FRT Sam, and Justin. Obviously, Justin with his penalty has kind of shot himself in the foot a little bit, but yeah. Now, come on, Owen. We won't be having any bullying. You know, there's no need for that.
Oh, who cares? It's fine. You're not gonna get money taken away from Twitch tracks. So take it on.
Oh yeah, no.
Just don't be stupid. Thanks.
As if you call him
anyway.
Woggy. He's not a child. He's older than you.
Well, Joseph said that, so why can't I say that?
Because Joseph's older.
Anyway.
That's
fair
why.
enough. Anyway, like I said, Elite Risks now backing up the pack for the safety car restart. The safety car driver, I forgot who it is, driving that Mercedes into the pit lane. But that guy, German Donny. Driving that Mercedes into the pit lane. When will Elite Risks go? I imagine he wants to go late if those inters aren't ready yet, but we will
definitely
see.
Go as late as possible. In fact, he's actually gone now. He's gone quite early, actually. So he's gone early, well before the bus stop chicane. As here we go, we're about to start lap number 9 here of this the Belgian Grand Prix. As Elite Risk, here we go through the bus stop chicane, and here we go. Justin, he's actually put a bit of a gap to Justin, actually. So, I mean, it's too early to call as to what is the best tyre to go on. But through the source now, Justin 6 tenths behind him. Agonised a further 6 tenths behind Justin. It's best to keep an eye out on M-Racer at the moment, see how he is compared to Agonised, see if he can close that gap. And Sam has actually got right onto the back of Drobble there for P5. But through Up Eau Rouge and Radion, and looking at it, the tyres seem to be very equal at this moment in time. But M-Racer will definitely want to get a move on. Try and get ahead of Agonised as quickly as he can. He took him a while to retake that 3rd place. He's now going to have to do it the hard way again, as we have a 3-way battle going on here between Simbrox 1, Ched and Coco. And it's Simbrox 1 who comes out on top in that particular battle. As Samuel now, the latest. In fact, Samuel, that's his 2nd penalty, I believe, actually.
Yeah, Judy now making a move on Bolden Boy for P9. And I don't know, Bolden Boy making that move back. Well, she's going to go down the inside into no name. Good movement, to be fair. Tight corner, but he's made it work.
Indeed, he has there. So, yeah, decent move there by TF2 and Judy getting the move done. Bob Boy tried to get, as you said, get that move redone, but nothing happening. But the gaps seem to be staying exactly the same. So maybe these tyres are exactly the same pace as Chidi now sent it down the inside of Balaz there, and just Nearly actually went off, and nearly like as if he was going to go onto the grass there and go for a swim. And now he goes around the outside of Stabilo, and in the end, Chudi gets that moved on. The Romanian there being extremely aggressive to get his way back up through the field, as Bob Boy now going side by side with the BRT man as we head up towards Blanchimont. He backs out of it for now. Might have a look for an outside move here going into the bus stop chicane. If the BRT man stays to the inside line, which he does, and he opens the door there for Bob Boy. Down the inside goes the ATX McLaren driver. Now has the outside. He might have the better traction on the exit of the corner. Here comes Sasha Andre with a switchback on the pair of them and gets a double overtake done there. Excellent move there by Sasha.
Yeah, good move from Sasha there, up it into P9, but Baldwin boy, he's got the exit, he's trying to go, ooh, he gets into the wall then, maybe. Sasha just leaves in the room and he backs off, but yeah, great move from Sasha to propel himself into P8. Judy now P9, sorry, Jude now P8, what's that, 1 second behind Josh Gilley, but FRT Sam, he's going to go try to go round the outside of Drub into the chicane. Can he break later than him? No, he can't. Drub just breaks a bit later than FRT Sam.
What we did miss was Agonize taking P2 away from Justin, and it looks to me like the intermediate tyres seem to be ever so slightly quicker than the wet tyre runners, as Judy now sends it round the outside of Bruxelles there on Josh Gilley. He'll have the inside into No Name, and he gets that move done there. So Judy now up into P7. He's on a charge here. Is the TF10 man. But yeah, the wet tyres definitely seem like to be the slower tyres. Drobble picks up his second time penalty of the race and pretty much takes away any chance of he's going to get good points.
Yeah, that is second. Drobble second of the day in Partick's first now. People are starting to maybe rack up those warnings now. As M Racer, what's he got to go nearly down the inside of Justin into that right-hander? Is he going to get the run on Blanchemont through Blanchemont now? I think he's just going to hold behind. But will these wet runners start to box? As M Racer trying to go round the outside, round Blanchemont on Justin, but he just doesn't have the space, doesn't have the pace to make that move work. But yeah, Justin stays there for one more lap.
Indeed he does. As Judy sends it down the inside of the bus stop chicane. Indeed, there we go. So the wet tyre runners are all boxing. They're too slow. You know, it was about equal the first lap and a half, but the intermediates are the right tyre to be on, and those who made that decision to go onto the intermediates have made it work for them. So we're kind of going to have two races now here. It's a battle of the intermediate runners, who will win, who will come out on top, and then who will be the best of the rest in the second train. As it were, some of the wet tyre runners have decided to stay out, maybe just take their chance of a safety car potentially, as they all now come back out onto the circuit. But the battle for the lead is now hotting up. Agonize has seemed to close down a little bit onto the back of Elite Race, as Josh Gilley also getting close to the back of Judy there, but Judy has a 3.5 second gap to close in on his teammate.
Yeah, massive well done to the strategist and TF10, really getting that right, and also to the other people who went on into the safety car. But TF10 obviously being the biggest gainer, second and third for them now. That's really going to get them a great order of points if they can finish in this position halfway through the race now. And also, yes, a few of the front runners like Justin and Emery are now down in P12 and P13, so they're going to hope that the drive can come sooner than later.
The only thing that there's only a couple of things that they can hope for. Number one is a safety car to bunch the field all back up together, and they'll have the fresher tyres. On number two, and this is a potential possibility, is tyre wear and punctures.
Maybe.
Because, you know, you're asking these intermediate tyres to go the best part of 14, 15 laps, of which 13 of them are going to be racing laps. You are asking a little bit there from them, but we're also going to have to see what the pace difference is between, you know, 4 lap older / newer tyres. Kenzie, Bobbits, with how fast Judy's catching, you might want to get that £10 out. No, I am still confident enough that my guy will keep us at the front there, as Judy does set the fastest lap of the race, but he's got a long way to go to try and catch up to his teammate and Elite Risk. What he has done, though, is pulled away from Josh Gilley, who was all over the back of him going into Lecombe, but has just pulled away from the TTM driver, as the remaining wet tyre runners have decided to call it a day and have gone into the box apart from Partick. So that is Justin into P8. So he is technically the leader of the second train of intermediate tyre runners who did box under green flag conditions. Ultra, obviously, he's only 4 seconds ahead, so he could still close in, and but he does have that time penalty obviously over his head.
Yeah, also you can see some big gaps make it starting to form. So obviously Ultra 8 seconds behind top 6. He's actually done really well today. I think GL were like, what, 16th and 17th. So him getting his P7 is going to get some good points for GL, providing he stays in that position. But he's got Justin and Emracer clawing that time behind them. So it'll just be a matter of laps until Justin and Emracer catch up, along with Drobble and Sam, to be fair.
Indeed,
but
yeah.
I don't know what's Party doing. I don't know why he's staying out.
He's obviously just hoping for safety cars. Furious asking for a gap to leader. There you go, mate. There's your gap to leader. Obviously, Justin, if that's who you're looking for, 19.8 behind the leader, Elite Risk. And in fact, actually, has actually lost time on this lap. Because at one point, I think it was 19 and a half. We'll go on board with Agonize. That gap is still 0.4 of a second. Between the top two, he's just going to stick in that slipstream for the time being. There's no need to make any immediate or sudden moves as of yet. They've got no pressure from behind, so it's going to be a case of just hang it out as Partick losing 2 positions there to Aruncon and to Balaz there. So he's now down to P14.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at BRT's position, they're trying to hold on to second in the standings now.
Well, yeah, indeed, yeah.
P13 and P15.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them, is it? And obviously, Samuel does also have a penalty over his head. So, yeah, BRT not having the best of races. And obviously, the likes of Shazoo, the likes of TF10, and, unfortunately, not FRT to an extent, because they themselves are only down in P11 and P15 at the moment. So, Team Shazoo and Team TF10 will certainly try and take advantage, as Agonize actually trying to look for the lead here on Elite Risk. He's going to go for the outside into Lecom. Elite Risk tried to hold it through the inside, but there goes Agonize round the outside. And that is a great move there by Agonize as he takes the lead of this Belgium Grand Prix.
Yeah, a great move from Agonize on his TF10 debut, I'm pretty sure it is. He's looking like to be a good signing from Kenzie, I think he is. I'm pretty sure it's Kenzie who signed that, guys. But yeah, making that move round into Sector 1, really good. And, well, mate, get you all out. If Judy can catch up, then I don't want to.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did say if it was a 1-2, I'd give him a 10. I am a man of my word, so, but obviously Judy's still got over 3 seconds to gain and close in. Harvey asking to keep it on the gap to leader. I will every so often, not the whole time, but just to give you an idea, obviously. So Justin, obviously, has gained about half a second nearly in the space of a lap and a bit, as Agonize is actually beginning to pull away from Elite Risk. I don't know if he's on the battery or if he's just got really good pace or even a bit of both. But at the moment, Agonize seems to be comfortable out in front, and the big battle actually is going on for P7, which is between Justin and M-Racer. M-Racer obviously will want to get the move done so he can then be the lead train as...
M-Racer.
Yeah,
M-Racer nearly billing it then.
Yeah, it looks like
nearly billing it through the right-hander.
Yeah, it looked like he did get quite close, actually. Going through Kurt Paul Ferre there, but obviously it's all battling behind us there. Sam now going for an outside move into the bus stop on Drobble. Do you know what? That's a good move there by the F13 man. Sam gets himself into P9 on track as behind them Ultra having a massive tank slapper there, trying to get the traction down out of the bus stop chicane. But at the moment, those on these slightly fresher intermediate tyres, they're not gaining really, and to be honest, I don't really see them catching at all unless something drastic happens.
Yeah, but M-Racer now right on the back of Justin. Will he try make that move now and into the chicane? He's right on the back of him now in the slipstream. Is he going to go left? Is he going to go right? Justin really puts him to the right-hand side of the track now. M-Racer is going to go down the inside. Yes, he is. M-Racer is down the inside on Justin. On his CF10 driver. Can he make that move? Yeah, he can.
Indeed he can. M-Racer again, a good move done there on Justin, and up into P7. He's got a 9-second gap though now to close in on the ATX driver. Bomboy obviously go with the correct strategy, having a good race himself there. Up into P6. Sasha Andre in P5 at the moment. Again, the dark horse himself, who can show that he has got the pace, having a good race at the moment, but still we've got a long way to go. Simbarux 1 has pitted once again, I've just noticed, because he's on the newest intermediate tyres. So he's obviously picked up some damage somewhere and has had to box in for yet another stop. But M-Racer already, actually, I might eat my words here, already closing in a second on Boy on this lap since he got the overtake done.
Yeah, you can really see the effect of these 4 laps.
As Trouble with a third penalty. Where is it? Oh,
Jesus,
someone's just gone way off track there. I think that was Trouble, actually, who I think just went way off track. AERT, what started off very well for the pair of both Ched and Drobble, both gaining places, have slowly fallen back, and Drobble, unfortunately, just doesn't know where the white line is. He maybe thinks he's in Austria, not in Belgium. Or maybe Zandvoort, perhaps.
Grumpy's just said time to slap him. It's not illegal, you can't slap him either, but you know. we move anyway. But yeah, like you said, Justin really making massive gains on Bowden Boy ahead with those 4-lap newer tyres. Justin though falling back with his 2-second time penalty. Really unfortunate though, if they get done, maybe even Sam could make a move on him soon.
Yeah, definitely. Tell you one thing, one out in front, Zach. Elite Risk has managed to keep within a second of Agonize, so whatever issue that he had once he was overtaken, he's managed to regain some composure and is slowly managing. Well, he's just maintaining that gap to the TF10 man, but Chudy is actually closing the gap on the top two. The gap is now under 3 seconds between himself and Elite Risk, so maybe don't count out the second TF10 driver as Ultra now joins the party with having a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, definitely. As BXM making a move on Oronga now into No Name. Good move there from the man in FRT, making that move into P11. So FRT now in 9th and 11th. They're not a lot of points though if they're trying to catch up to the likes of Suzuki, F10 and BRT as Ched gets another 3-second time penalty. I think. Wait, let me check. I think both.
Zach, it stopped raining.
Oh yeah.
It has stopped raining.
I
Sam has a massive moment going through Stabilo, and Drobble sees that mistake. He goes on the battery. Can he get the move done? He's going to look for a move around the outside of Blanchimont. Sam leaves him enough space, but there's no room there for him to go all the way around the outside. He's now going to have to hold it onto the inside like Drobble. Going to go down the inside. He's going to dive bomb the Mercedes, and he gets the move done to Drobble. Aggressive, but it was a good move there. I had to get that done, and Drobble gets back into 9th place. Sam going to be kicking himself because he was lining up a move on Justin. As Balaz going for the pit stop, going for a massive undercut. It's not ready for slick, surely.
No, it's not. Maybe the BLC engine has engineers who just say it's not raining, and is that mediums? I think
that's softs. It's soft. So here we go. This is where we're going to find out if the soft tyres are quicker than the intermediates. I'm actually going to put it on to Gap to leader, and Coco also going for soft tyres. So maybe it is time. Perhaps it is ready as Simbarox 1 sets the fastest lap of the race. Obviously, the track is getting drier. The rain has stopped. And Elite Risk is closing in on the back of Agonize. Has Elite Risk got a DRS is enabled?
Ballas might have cooked there.
I mean,
DRS could be enabled, but is it really? Yeah, definitely.
He's gaining. But the gap is the gap is staying the same between him and Agonize at the moment. Obviously, his tyres are still going to be getting up to temperature, but as he goes through Lacombe, and he's gained time. He's gained time. It's ready. It is ready. It is ready for the dry tyres. So surely everybody will be coming in this lap to get onto the soft tyres.
Yeah, I think everyone's just going to have to double stack. There's actually no point staying out for another lap. Your tyres will be burnt to a crisp.
Exactly. And now, one thing we're going to spot here, Chudy might get held up in the pits here because he's only 2.5 seconds off his teammate. He's going to lose a bit of time as Agonize looked like he nearly maybe have sped into the pit lane. But here we go. Soft tyres for everybody. The mediums are not needed, but here we go. Soft tyres. Elite Risk gets out and track. Does Chudy get held up? The answer is yes, he does.
Yeah, Judy is getting held up. Agonize still comes out ahead of Elite Risk now. Judy comes out, I think that's P4, P5.
He's still going to stay ahead of Josh. He's still ahead of Josh. Josh. Get my words out. Jeff. He's ahead of Jeff.
But still ahead of Josh now.
But look at that.
5.2 behind. That's even more work to do for Judy.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's unfortunate for Judy, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So really, it's a two-horse race here at the front. It is going to be TF10's Agonize versus Team Shizu's Elite Risk. Two WR Tier 2 drivers looking for the win here around the legendary Spa circuit. Josh Gilly now 6/10 behind the second TF10 driver of Judy, and just bringing Sasha Andre along for the ride. So we've got a three-car battle here for the final podium position. Bob and Boy hasn't quite had the pace of those in front, but he's in a comfortable P6. And M-Racer, after all of that, has a good gap behind him, but he's got 3 seconds to try and gain in front with 5.5 laps to go.
Yeah, Judy's definitely going to have to get the burners on now.
Well, there we go. That's an anticlimactic finish.
Yeah, but Judy's still got to gain a second for that CF10 1-2, which means Kenzie's gonna get a cheeky tenner. I mean, if it happens, I don't want to jinx anything.
I don't know
But
what.
yeah,
He's lost a lot of time as well, so I'm not too sure as to if he's made a massive mistake and that's how he's got his penalty. But Kenzie, I wouldn't say anything just yet, because if he can get that penalty removed, then, you know, you're just going to have to wait and see. As Justin and Drubble going side by side, goes through Bloodshiman, and Justin gets the move done on Drubble. Sam is also here. We have a three-car battle going into the bus stop chicane. Justin P8, Drubble P9, Sam in P10. Tell you what, Justin has fallen off the back of M-Racer a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, he has. Obviously, M-Racer might just have that overwhelming pace on him. But I've just seen that Josh Gilly is flashing, so maybe that'll make it harder for him to try and get past Judy. Judy, who is...
Indeed, but he's got the... Is he going to have the DRS? He will have DRS, but he's not going to use it. He's just going to stay behind the TF10 man. He has no interest. And Judy is flashing as well. In fact, Judy broke and let him go. Judy let him go.
Yeah, he's just going to try and get that DRS and get Josh Gilly to maybe pull him along, I want to say. But they might just
FRT Sam trying to make a move on Drubble, who in the meantime had a half look on Justin. Sorry there, that's cut across you, but those three got extremely close going into Le Common. Behind them, Arunkahun and Beati Balaz, who were closing in on them. Obviously, Balaz initiating this change of tyre from intermediates to wet to the soft tyres. And look at that, the sun is now shining in the space of a few laps.
Yeah, amazing what weather can do in this game, really. But yeah, Drubble right on the back of Justin now. Obviously, Drubble, I think, with 9 seconds
and Josh Gilly now picks up the penalty, picks that up through Stavlo. So Judy just has to keep his cool. But I'll tell you what, Agonize's pace is electric.
He's gapped him. He's gone. He's legged it. He's gone.
He has. I mean, and Elite Risk. Yeah, I mean, Elite Risk is not being closed by those behind, but look at that pace difference. He's nearly a second quicker than Elite Risk on that lap alone.
Yeah, Judy now just sitting behind Josh Gilly. I imagine he is going to go for that move on the straight, but Sasha is still in within reach of a podium.
He is, and I mean, he is. Unfortunately, I mean, he is harvesting. He is flashing away. Judy isn't, but yeah, Sasha could cause an upset here and potentially take third place on the podium. DRS now open.
Is he going to go for it on Judy?
No, he's just going to stay behind. There's no point going for anything right now. And in fact, these three are just going to stay in the train and just battle with each other. But I'll tell you one thing to look out for, maybe potentially, Zach, is M-Racer. He's closing in onto the back of Bomb by now. The gap is 2 seconds. Obviously, until Arunkahun set that lap. As Arunkahun now goes for a double overtake or a triple overtake. And Arunkahun goes into P8 as Drubble. Now with 12 seconds of penalties. I mean, yeah, maybe he needs to go.
Into me last game.
Does he need to put the line on to know where the track limits are? I don't know.
That's a bit of a bold accusation, but he's signing to me last game. FGRS France, I got 27 seconds of pens.
Wow.
Just saying.
How was he not disqualified?
Skill. Anyway.
Skill.
But anyway,
M-Race, Mick, what are you doing? Well, there goes M-Racer's potential at least P6 opportunity gone again, unless he can get it removed.
Yeah, Cam did say that if Sasha gets a last lap penalty, he's gonna bomb someone. Did he say?
Did he?
I don't know. He said. I don't know. Anyway.
That's an interesting comment, but yeah. Judy getting very close to the. Do you know what I have just missed? Judy's got a penalty.
What? Oh.
I've missed that. Sasha's on for a podium.
P3.
Sasha's on for a podium. I've missed that. When did he pick that penalty up? I've completely missed it.
It might have been at the same time as his penalty, so it didn't flash up.
Indeed, yeah. Well, Judy's got to get the move done. He's got to get a move on now if he wants any chance of a double TF10 podium here. Again, these are all subject. You know, some of these penalties could be removed. We don't know, but the penalties are coming in thick and fast.
Sasha is on 2 warnings.
No, he's gonna have to keep it as clean as he can, obviously, and not pick up that 3rd warning with 2.5 laps to go here. Agonized out in front, looking comfortable, 3 seconds clear of Elite Race as BXM picks up, I believe, his 3rd penalty of the race. Now, in fact, we will have a look at the. I've gone on the wrong thing completely. There's the penalty situation. So Shed, BXM, and Drobble all have 12 seconds of penalties. AERT can't decide which driver wants more penalties than the other, but clearly they're having their own what's the word I'm thinking of? Competition. There you go. Their own competition as to who can get the most penalties. Along with BXM, everybody else having 3 or 6 seconds for Ultra and Partick. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, Agonized. Just want to go to him on the penalty lap now. He's driving amazingly. No penalties, just flat out driving from the new TF10 man. And it turned out to be a very good signing on this first appearance of the team.
Oh, Drobble hit in the back of a Runkun there through the bus stop. Obviously, nothing came from that. We've got a 5-car trainee from P8 down to P12. And in fact, actually, Sam and Ballas will gain a few places here. Obviously, we'll go up into 9th and 10th, respectively, because of the penalties in front of them. Only 7 drivers don't have a penalty at the moment. You know, that's 1/3 of the, just over a third of the grid not having a penalty, as M-Racer has closed up to Bourbon Boy, has got the move done on Bourbon Boy, but he's not pulling out 3 seconds.
I mean, he could.
Well, if Bourbon Boy makes a mistake,
but Sasha
spins,
is out of a second. Sasha, don't bottle this now, buddy, please. Go on, Sasha.
He's got to get on the afterburners. He's obviously going to be so careful. He knows that there is a podium opportunity here, but Chudy's pace has been very good since he's led this trade. He's closed up to Elite Risk by a good 3/4 of a second since he made that move done. Partick has gone into the pits. He's going to go for a fastest lap attempt here. Is the AMS man. AMS not having a good race on his part, but at least Arunkahun is flying the flag for them once again. I've got to give it credit to Arunkahun. Every time I see him and he races, he does alternate some weird strategies, unless it's, you know, like a wet race here, but he does a good job.
Yeah, I mean, last race in Britain, he was running P7 until he got rear-ended by BXM.
As Sasha has lost the DRS.
Oh, Sasha, come on, buddy.
He's just losing time hand over fist. He's going to have to do the best that he can as Agonai starts the final lap of this Belgium Grand Prix of what looks like is going to be a very comfortable win in the end for him. Unless he bins it. You never know. Anything can happen. Bourbon Boy has just got the DRS on M-Racer, but again, that doesn't matter. As long as he stays within that comfortably, he will get that 6th place back. We still have that 5-car battle in behind. Justin closing in onto the back of Drobble, but obviously Drobble does have 12 seconds of penalties, and in fact will actually probably drop down to P14 as it stands.
Yeah, I mean, right now it is a Romania double podium for two TF10 drivers, but Sasha...
Unless, yes, it is indeed. As Josh Gilly getting close to Chudy, actually looked for a move there on the TF10 man and nearly got it done. I didn't think he was going to get that close, but he did, and nearly got a move done there. But Chudy slammed the door shut as Drobble now decided that he's... Arunkahun has gone. I don't know if there was contact. Drobble picked up a penalty. Did he cause and initiate contact there? That's a shame for Arunkahun. As Drobble is now side by side. Oh, and Drobble trying to go for another takeout there, potentially. Him and Ballas going through side by side through No Name as Justin now picks up his 2nd penalty. That just sums his day up, unfortunately. But out in front... well, I was going to say ETA Agonized, TF10 Agonized, essentially, if he can pay that £8 or whatever it is to get his game tag changed. Since he took the lead of the race, he's been comfortable, he's been on top, he's been cool, he's been calm and collective. On his first race for TF10, it's Agonized who wins the Belgium Grand Prix. Elite Race will come home in P2. He's run out of fuel across the line. That might half explain.
Sasha Andre on the podium for ATX. It's amazing.
Great result there for Sasha, as Chudy has, well, obviously finished 4th, but has left. Please don't do that, Chudy, because that just makes it more difficult for everybody else who has to sort that out. But Sasha getting a very well-deserved podium there. But yeah, Elite Race, that might explain why he was a bit slow. He ran out of fuel out of the bus stop chicane.
Yeah. But, entertaining race to say the least. TTM losing out though, as TF10 getting a 1-4 and Shazoo getting what's that, a 2-7.
It'd be 2-7 indeed, yes. So, yeah, not the best of days for TTM. You know, they had a well over 100-point lead. They're still going to be comfortably out in front. But that gap for the first time this season has now come down. Is this the halfway point in the season?
Do we want to do interviews? Yes, it is.
Yes, so that is the halfway point of the season. 6 rounds in, 6 rounds to go, and yeah, why not? Let's do some interviews with our top 3 with 2 Romanians.
Oh yeah, and by the way, we need to remember to support Party Audio one because we got in hit cloud last time.
Oh, well, that's for us to ask them as Party takes the fastest lap there on the final lap of the race. But yeah, what a drive from Agonized there. Kenzie, you've got to be happy with that signing. Obviously, the guy has done you good there. His first race, and he gets you the dub. You know, it's taken Chudy so long to try and get you a win. What you needed, in fact, was Agonized.
Yep, Agonized does want an interview, so we are going to swiftly get him into the party.
Indeed,
yeah.
yes, indeed we will. But we'll go through the final race standings here before, obviously, any penalties or inquiries come into effect. So Agonized takes the win here. Elite Risk is second, and Sasha Andre with a fantastic P3. Josh Gilly in P4. It'll be Chudy in P4. Josh Gilly will be 5th. Bob in 6th. M-Race will be 7th. Sam will be 8th. Balaz will be 9th. And Arunkun will round out your top 10. Justin will be 11th, followed by Samuel, Coco. Drobble, with his 15 seconds of penalties, is just on a different level. BXM, Ultra, Jed, Simbarox Squad, and Partic were your finishers. Obviously, Chudy, like I said, should be P4, and James was your only non-finisher.
Yep, let me just invite Agonized to the party. Here we go. But remember to tell him to get his party early one. Alright. I don't know if Elite wants one on